The girl was organizing goods inside the freezer when the passing manager noticed the door was open. Without thinking, he locked the door shut, then clocked out and left for the day. As the manager turned off the power, the freezer lights also went out. That's when the girl realized she was trapped inside. She switched on emergency power and started pounding desperately on the door. But in the empty store, no one could hear her cries for help. She tried to call for help, but her phone was left at the front counter. To avoid freezing to death, she grabbed a small cart and slammed it against the freezer door. But the heavy door didn't budge at all, and her hands turned purple from the freezing cold cart. Meanwhile, the temperature kept dropping lower and lower. The girl pulled out an old, expired movie ticket from her pocket. Suddenly, she thought of an idea. She checked her watch, then grabbed a metal tray from the shelf and ran to the freezer door. At 12:40, the movie next door would be let out. Crowds would be passing by the store. She banged the tray against the door as hard as she could, but with so many people, no one noticed the faint sound. Still, she refused to give up. A little boy pressed his face against the glass door. He heard her cries for help. He turned to tell his father, but his father just pulled him away. Meanwhile, the temperature had dropped to -18°C. Wearing only a t-shirt, the girl's nose started to bleed from the cold. She curled up in a corner, shivering uncontrollably, her eyes filled with despair. She pulled a thin scarf from her bag, tore it into strips, and taped the pieces around her hands and feet. But in such brutal conditions, it barely helped at all. To really fix the problem, she turned to look at the freezer's compressor, and another idea popped into her head.